So yes,
Pranjal's mic on, please.
yeah. So hello everyone, welcome. Welcome. I hope you are all enjoying doing winter consulting course and you had fun doing week 1 and now week 2. So today the session is designed to help you all give a quick recap of what you have learned in week 2 and the doubts that you may have. We'll cater to the doubts as well. So moving on. Yes. So in this entire week 2, which was our product week of winter consulting, as you all know, we have 4 weeks and 4 weeks and we have different career tracks. So first week may you all covered consulting, right? And of week 2 may we are moving on with the product week. So in product week, we essentially cover these topics that are displayed on here on the screen. This we'll be covering in a quick short form as well. So you all started with basics of what is product manager, what does a product manager do, what is product in itself, how do you be a product manager, and then it was covered like covering all the basics of project product management. We covered OKRs, KPIs. Then we started on to very essential thing, that is understanding the user, because as product managers you are expected to understand users, unke needs, what are their needs, what are you supposed to deliver. So uske baad we move to the second topic of understanding the user. Usme you all covered customer user personas, user interviews, identifying user pain points. Uske baad we move to problem framing canvas. Now that you know who your user is, we moved on to what are the problems that they face, what sorts of problems are you expected to solve for them. So you frame the problem, you build product hypothesis, you validate product hypothesis, right? Just a second. Yeah. Uske baad, we moved on with product-led growth. Now that you have your product and you have your problem in place, you have your users understood. How do you build the product? How do you be the growth, like growth initiatives in your organization? So what is it? What does product-led growth means? That is what we covered. Then how do you acquire more users? How do you, now that you are a product manager, how do you focus on, if you are like working for an existing company, so how do we acquire more and more users in your company? So that is what we covered in user acquisition and some important metrics. Uske baad we moved on to some important product metrics that you should know ideally, that is North Star metrics and some frameworks. All of that was covered in that metrics part. And then next was A/B and multivariate testing. So A/B testing is that you have a new idea with you. So usko how do you test in a market? So you have A/B testing for that. Uske baad we moved for user story. This is just I'm just giving an overview. We have an in-depth detailed discussion of all these topics further in the presentation. Then we moved on to user story mapping. And then finally, how do you think as a technical PM? Because PM is first of all like very basic thing for a product manager. Product manager is a like if you consider three circles, so it's a mix of business, technical side, and design side. So you are expected to know the business aspects, the technical aspects, and the design aspects for any organization. That is how you are different as well from a consultant. As a consultant, you were supposed to suggest ideas, do problem solving. In product, you do problem solving, but you are expected to know technical aspects. You are the person who is a go-to person for anyone in your organization to understand what's happening overall. You give the overall perspective. So you hold a very important power in anything that you do. Like in any, if you are part of an organization or a company, you are very important person to know that what's your product going, what is your business going into, and if you are a startup founder, then also product is very important. So this entire week was letting you all know such basic aspects that will help you anywhere and everywhere you go. So moving on, am I clear till now? If any one of you, like, also guys, if you are comfortable like having your videos on, it will be great for an interactive session, and feel free to unmute at any point if you have any doubts, because I'm sharing my screen, so I will not be able to see the chat box right now. Kahan, if कोई chat box पे question है तो let me know, and you can unmute as well.
Sure.
Yeah. So moving on. So now मैं आपको एक overall brief, I gave you a overall brief. Now moving on to particulars of the week. So we'll be highlighting some few very particular topics that are important in case you like even if you rush through the week. So now we'll give you an overall perspective for the week. So first concept that you covered after knowing what a product manager does or what a PM does was OKR framework. If you all remember, so OKR framework is Objective Key Results Framework. Now, this is very important in terms of key at a very niche state, at a very beginning stage. If you enter into any particular company or any discussion, so it's very important to define okay, what the O stands for objective, right? So it's very important to define that what is your company's objective? What are you trying to solve? So objective stands for a clear, ambitious goal that sets the direction for the team or company. So what is your goal? What are you trying to achieve? So that is objective. So objective is one part. Now the second part is key results. Now you know the objective, but it's a very vague thing. Na, I want to solve something. But how? How do you define success? How do you solve this thing? So to define objective, you divert it to key results. So now that you have objective in mind, what will your key results look like? That is how you will define whether your objective was fulfilled or not fulfilled. So key results should be measurable. It should have a specific outcome that can track progress for you. So let's suppose you want to lose weight. You want to lose weight. So that is your objective. But how do you lose weight? What will you do to lose weight? So you say that I'll run for I'll go running, I'll do running or I'll go to gym. So I'll go to gym. That is one thing that I do as thing. But what will you do after going to gym? So I'll do 10 reps or something. I'll do 10 minutes of walking on that machine. I'll do 10 lifts of dumbbell, something like that. So that is your key results. So that is how you define that if you fulfill these and these tasks, your objective will be fulfilled as per you. So that is the key results part. Now, objective and key results are primary thing of OKR framework, but the three other things that the key results should include are that first, your key results should align with your objective. So if you want to lose weight, so you cannot eat more and more junk food. So that should not be your objective. That cannot be your objective that eat 10 pizzas in a week. So that cannot be the objective. So it should align with your key results. Secondly, it should have a time frame because any objective without a clear, any statement without a time frame is vague. Like if you eat 10 pizzas, but for how long? If you do 10 minutes of running, but for how long? How many days will you again reiterate that whether what I was doing is it correct or not? So that is understanding that your key results should be aligned with the objective. It should be time bound, and then you have a proper scoring method for it. You know that now once I achieve it, the weight you should have the weights defined. That what will be your primary thing to look for. That if I achieve this, this is something that was very important, and I achieved it. So scoring and review is also important. Moving on, key performance indicators. So next topic that you all learned was key KPIs, key performance indicators. So it's similar to key results. So key performance indicators is just a better approach for key results part of OKR. So KPIs are the metrics that track progress towards towards an objective or goal. KPI helps you understand that what's working and what's not, so you can hit your targets and stay on track. So it's similar to key results again. So you define some metrics that help you track progress of the objective or the goal that you define, and it will help you understand that whether what you have thought of is it working or not, is it good or not. So KPIs help you track your outcomes or track your overall journey. So five things that you should consider while defining a KPI is first, it should be relevant. As I mentioned in the previous slide as well, that it should align. So relevance and alignment is same thing. So it should be relevant. Second thing, it should be measurable, that you can measure your KPI. Third, it should be specific. Like you should define something very specific. It cannot be vague. Fourth, it should be time bound, that you have a time frame. And fifth, it should be actionable. Obviously, like if you define something that you cannot act on, then there's no point of defining it as a KPI. So you have five things in that thing: relevancy, measurable, specific, time bound, and actionable. And that is what a good KPI is consist of. So moving on, once you have the OKRs and KPI basic fundamentals in your mind, basics of PM, we started with understanding the user. Now, why is this point very important? So, I would like a moment to elaborate on this. I would like to take a moment. So, understanding the user means because as a PM, you are expected to solve something, but for whom? A user, a customer, or someone who will use your product. So, if you are ideating on something like that, first thing is it's very important to understand कि उनको क्या चाहिए? What does your user require? What does your user needs exactly? So उसके लिए there's a set approach and there's subset things that you should do. And it is regardless of anywhere you go. It's very important to understand your market, your user type, your customer segment. So first thing that you do when you start the understanding of user is firstly identifying your users. Who are your users? So first step is identifying your users. So you identify your users through market research and user personas. So you must have watched user personas videos that we have mentioned in week day two, I guess. So in user persona, you create a fictional some template wherein you write that what does your user look like, what is his demographics, what are the frustration of the user, what does the user want, like firstly a basic overview. After, like, first you identify that I am the user, so Pranjal Soni is the user. Then where is she? So she's a student, she's a lead at CNA, so you have to write all these things just about me. And then where do I interact with your product, how do I use your product? So that is one more aspect of identification. And then you identify that what is the part that I'm frustrated about? What do I need? So next step is what do I need in your product? So what are my pain points that I'm having in your product, and what do like I need from your product? So uske liye you do user interviews. User interviews is asking the user. It can either be direct, like you can come explicitly and ask the user as many as you can, or you can do surveys about it. If you cannot do any of these, then you create an empathy map. That was also there in the video. So an empathy map, it's a 4x4 grid, and it's a it's a square divided into four segments, wherein you identify that what do say, like I say something, I think something else, I do something else, and I hear something else. So empathy maps help you, like, even like whatever you have in your mind, you can document it through empathy maps. So in empathy maps you see that what does the user say, what does the user need, what does the user think, what does the user hear and do. And then you identify what are the pains of user and what are the gains of user. So that is empathy map. It helps you document your approach. That was user interviews and NT map. Now you know who your user is and what do they need. You ideate on the solutions, the next step. So for ideating on the solutions, you should know that what is your customer journey. That was also a part of the week's content. So in customer journey, how do I go like? So let's suppose you take a cab from your office to home. So your customer journey will look like if I take an Uber. So my customer journey will be going on Uber app, then seeing what do I want, or do I want a auto, do I want a cab, or do I want a like sedan or SUV? Then I click on the cab, then I book a ride, then I choose the payment method, then I finally book the cab, sit on the cab, like, and then I wait for the cab, then the cab arrives. So it's the user journey. It's the entire user journey. So if you are analyzing for Uber, let's suppose, so you will analyze that these are the points that the customers are with, like, interfacing with my app, and then you identify the pain points. And after identifying the pain points, you identify the solutions. Okay, what can be the potential solution to mitigate the problems that my user is facing? Once you have this, you build product hypothesis, you build your solution, you research that now I have a solution in place, now I have a solution in ideation phase at least. So I build hypothesis that if I implement it this way in the market, it may work or it may not work. So it's building product hypothesis. You build the product hypothesis, then you validate your product hypothesis, like you test it on the users. So in that case, you use A/B testing. So that can be done after like building your product hypothesis. And this is entire understanding for the user and the entire plan of action if you are given this task. Moving on, prioritization frameworks. It's yet another important topic in cases when, let's suppose, you are working in a team and you are the product manager and your team comes up with like 5 to 6 solutions. Okay, hey, Pranjal, I've come. Like, let's suppose your manager, the people under you comes to you and say that we have 6 to 7 solutions for the problem that you identified. So now you as a PM, how do you decide कि किसका solution is better? How do I say कि your solution is good and your solution is not good? So, like, how do you prioritize solutions? So, we have some frameworks in product management that helps you understand that what can be potential good solutions that should be implemented first, then the other solutions. So, we'll be discussing 4 prioritization frameworks. The first framework is RICE framework. If you all must have like heard it earlier as well in the week's content, it was also there. So RICE framework is R stands for reach, I stands for impact, C stands for confidence, E stands for effort. So RICE framework is reach, impact, effort, confidence. So it's a prioritization framework that let's suppose you have 10 solutions, you analyze कि किस solution का reach is better, किस solution का impact is better, किस solution में effort will be less and किस solution में you have more confidence. So there's a RICE score that comes up, this reach into impact into confidence divided by effort. Obviously effort will be in division because जितना कम effort होगा उतना ज़्यादा अच्छा solution होगा. So reach into impact into effort divided by confidence is the score, and you have some like scorings, like if in impact अगर massive impact आ रहा है तो give you a score of 3. If it's a high impact solution तो you give a score of 2. If it's a medium impact solution you give a score of 1. ऐसे there is a fixed scale for it. Confidence may, if you are very confident about the solution, you give 100% confidence in the score. If you are medium confident about it, so 80%. If low confidence, then 50%. Likewise. This is about RICE framework. Next framework is Moscow framework. Moscow stands for must have, should have, could have, and will not have. So it's a again a square which is divided into 4 boxes. So you bucket your solutions. That कौन से solutions are the must-have solutions for you. Like ये solution के बिना your product will not work. They are non-negotiable product that are mandatory for the team. Then what solutions you feel are should have. Should have are important initiatives that are vital but do not are significant value compared to must-have solutions. Could have solutions are the solutions that are nice to have and that will have a small impact if left out. So there could have solutions. And fourth category is will not have, like initiatives that are priority for that are not priority for this specific time frame. So you bucket your solutions. If you're like 7 to 8 solutions, you bucket it out. कि कौन से रीजन में लाई करेंगे एंड यू फाइनलाइज दैट मस्ट हैव को मैं पहले इंप्लीमेंट करूंगी शुड हैव को आई विल इंप्लीमेंट थोड़ा सा बाद में लाइकवाइज यू बकेट दो सॉल्यूशंस उसके बाद moving on, we have Cano model and impact effort metrics. Cano model is yet another a very good framework जिसमें let's suppose you have again different solutions. So as shown by this, are we on the same page? Am I like are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Do you have any doubts till now? Is it fine? What happened? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Yes. So moving forward, yeah. So moving forward, Kano model. Kano model is again a very good important product framework wherein you have this 2 axes. One is satisfaction axis and one is functionality axis. So in this case, if you see this blue line, these are attractive solutions. I'll explain it with an example of hotel. Let's suppose you are going to a hotel and the hotel offers you something that is, they say it offers you it offers you a welcome drink. So this was something this which you did not expected, like which you did not expected and came out to you by surprise. So it's an attractive thing for you. So functionality. So if this thing is provided to you, you become surprised. So it's an attractive thing. So the graph goes on like this. It will be clearer as I move forward. So next thing is this yellow line. This yellow line is performance. Like if this solution is not there, in performance is let's suppose AC. No, or I would say a spa, I guess, yeah. If we have attractive solutions are the ones which are offered to you by surprise. Performance-based solutions is something like, yeah, if you do not get a room key, so it's like directly proportional. If you don't get, you'll be very sad and you'll not be very uh, happy about it. So performance-based solutions are solutions that are linearly proportional, that if they're there, the satisfaction will be there. If they're not, then the satisfaction will not come. But it's still linear. Must-be solutions are something that if they're there, they do not add to satisfaction. They should be there in the hotel. I mean, like a proper bed, a well-conditioned AC room. It should be there. It's a must-be solution. And if it's not there, it pisses off the users. So it's a must-be solution. And there are n different solutions. That these solutions are the one. So if they're there, they do not add to the functionality, and if they're not there, then also they do not matter. So they're indifferent to the user. There are four categories that you can prioritize your solutions in. That are the attractive solutions, are the performance based, and what are the solutions that are must there. And if not there, it will really send the user in a very bad mood. And the last prioritization framework is impact effort metrics. So in impact effort metrics, you bucket your solutions again in four things that if you see it's on the y-axis there is impact and on the x-axis there is effort. So how is your solution? Is your solution low impact, low effort? Then they are good solutions. If is your solution high impact, low effort, high effort, low impact, and high effort, high impact. So you categorize your solutions in this manner. And obviously, accordingly, like you'll always prefer some solutions which are low effort and high impact because they will be giving you quick wins. And for the big wins, you'll play for high effort. Like for a longer vision, you invest on the ideas that are high effort but high impact. And you obviously don't want to invest in solutions that are high effort but the impact is low. So it'll only drain you in every sense, like monetary relief in every sense, in resource consumption, every sense, right? And is a solution low impact and low effort, then obviously like these are just fill-ins to you because at least they're low effort, but the impact is also low. So these are some prioritization frameworks that you can use.
So yeah, moving on next, like imagine, you can keep the screen shared. Moving on next, just imagine that you are, I'm not shaming, fat shaming, but imagine that you are such a fat person and you have full motivation to reduce your weight, right? And you want to reduce your weight and just become like the figure shown here. Yeah, you want to become like this. You're fully motivated. You know the perks of having this type of figure, right? So, what are the steps or procedure that you would follow? Like, just having motivation to do something doesn't make you go over there, right? I'm highly motivated that I want to do this. But is motivation always enough to reach somewhere? No, right? So, just similarly, people do start, but they do not sustain. So to make in many companies, this is a very prominent problem that they face. Like there is highly motivation, but there is no process. Like if we follow a particular process in achieving this, like if I want to turn from this to this, if I hire a proper trainer, if I hire proper gym equipments, if I hire proper diet, eat properly, have a fixed schedule, then that thing is might possible. But if I don't know how to do my exercise, how to do anything, even if I'm motivated, I'll do everything, but I won't be able to get that result, right? So this is a lean product process principle. It has been divided into 6 steps. So starting with step one is determine your target customer. But who is your customer? Whom are you targeting for? Then identify if this is your target customer, what is their needs? What does they want from your product? Then define your value proposition. What do you mean by value proposition? Value proposition is something that you offer that customer that if I provide you with this value, this was your problem that I am solving. So you pay for that. So once you define your value proposition, start with your MVP. Like just create a dummy product and test your products. So creating your MVP and then testing would make this process better than reiterate. Every time reiterate, make it better, take user reviews. This is a very important product process. Like we first start with, as Pranjal said, right? Ki first we want to analyze what are the priority frameworks, what is the priority customer needs that I'm solving, then I can add the cherry toppings on it. Like if I am building a very good product, then adding one or two features more can be done afterwards. But seeing the main product, ki what I want to serve to the user is very important. Then moving on next, we can see that this is like if we want to start building any product or any startup or any company you're working in, first start with the below pyramid of market. So anytime you are building a product or analyzing anything or doing anything in the case comp, write your target customer at the end. Like first there should be a bottle down key, this is my target customer. Then going one step up, what is their underserved needs? What do they want? What do they want from you? Then write your now first this is market. We have defined all your market key. What is your market? Who is your underserved need? Then start with the product. Write your value proposition that I will market my product that I am selling. Like if I talk about Dabur, so Dabur will tell I am selling you health. That is his value proposition, that if you eat this, it is healthy. So first he defined his target customer age group, what is their needs. So they want healthy food, they want healthy alternative, they are health conscious. Doing a guesstimate like this, key what is your underserved need, then selecting on the value proposition. Once you selected the value proposition, key I want to give people healthy food. Dabur wants to give people healthy food. What type of healthy food should he give? There are so many types of healthy food. Then he selected that I want to give people Chyawanprash because this is a need that I want to solve. So he then defined his feature set. Then it comes to the UX. What is UX? UX is like product, packaging, and everything. If we talk in a web-based product like any app or something, then the UX would be the design, the web interface. Feature set would be the everything that you can see in the toolbars. So that is the feature set. Once you are done with this, then your complete product market fit gets established. Once you define these types of things, this is the core of any product. Like if you are into product management or anything, this is the Bible type of thing. You should do and this has to be done. Now moving on next, like just identifying customer needs, it's very crucial. So imagine one person wants to travel 100 miles from his home. So there are two types of parents, like there are two types of different target customers. One is a parent and one is you can assume a very good sports car, rich, anyone. Like yeah, you can imagine Ashneer Grover or any big film star, right? He wants to travel 100 miles from his home. So what are their detailed needs? So I write down she just wants to carry her kids, wants safety and wants cheaper fuel. The other one, he's a celebrity. He is such a good-looking guy. He has a brand reputation, so he wants to go fast. He has lack of time, wants to look cool as well if anyone notices him. So both the products that are ideal for both the customers are different. So you need to just by this example, I'm just trying to tell you that if you are into making left side one car, a economic, normal sedan car, then you have to target to this type of customers. And if you are looking for a car that is a cool sports car, then your user segment differs. So this is the only like this is the target customer differentiation that we need to specify each and every time when you're building a product. Moving on, like next is rework. So what do you mean by rework? Rework means you have to spend time fixing that you didn't do the thing previously correct. So imagine that I had built an application, but I just had kept a functionality that was not in use. Like I thought that I will do it afterwards, or I want to improve my product. Like you guys always see that there are new updates to all the phones. Instagram just changed its UI. So this is rework that they make the product and make it better. So this is also a very important step for any product management. Moving on next is the problem space versus solution space. So for any time if you are creating a product, ideating on things or analyzing a product, A very good principle to use or start with is divide your page in a two half. First, in the left half, write the problem space, and in the right half, write the solution space. In problem space, write all the problems that you think are important. So I have wrote, let's assume 20, 30 problems where all the customer needs that you would like the product to deliver, write each and every pain point, user story, everything. And then start thinking on the solution. Like, let's not go into theory. I'll just give it you one practical example, right? You all have seen this movie, right? Everybody might be relating with this. So, what is this pen? You remember? Yeah. Yeah, so this is exactly the virus pen that he showed. Like, virus showed this pen to all the students and told that it is a non-gravity pen. It can work at any angle, no gravity is needed, all that stuff. Okay. Then what did Rancho said? That there is no use of this. You can easily use a pencil. So what problem happened while ideating this product was he told that he just what was his use case? His use case earlier was he wanted to write things in zero gravity. So that was the problem statement that he took, a way to record notes in zero gravity for later references that is easy to use. If he directly jumped into the solution, then he directly jumped into the solution and got that this is the pen that he is using. Let's spend $1 lakh and make this pen. But this was not the most optimum one. Like he could have used the pencil or anything like that. But if I change the problem statement, I want to write in zero gravity, that bleed does not come into my eyes and it is safe, efficient, then spending that $1 lakh is worth spending. So just if you, it's always key, what is your main problem statement USP? What are your defining problem statements? Like if I had told that my problem statement is a way to record notes in zero gravity for later reference to use. I could even develop a mobile recorder like this. I just wanted notes, right? If I had used a problem statement, I just want to write notes, then there could be many different solutions. If I had defined that I want to write pen using pen and paper, then I had some different solution, right? So yeah, that is with the product case that defining a problem statement is very important. Moving on next is user satisfaction. So just as Pranjal said, key impact, effort matrix, and you draw this. So yeah, this is already covered. Then in the next slide, we have user testing. So just an addition that if you are uh, doing your product test, like if Uber wants to test how his product is, there are three main types that how will he do a user test? In person and moderated. In person is that I'm just coming to you and asking, hey, how do you like this product? What is the utility of the product? Can you use it and tell me? So it is moderated by me. I can ask how many questions I want. I can control each and every aspect of that test. So that is moderated and in person that I am sitting with him. Now, remote moderated is like if we are into a Zoom call and I'm asking you that do this, do this, do this. We are remote, but it is moderated by me. That I am in control of what I'm asking. Like each and every step, I can change my answer. Now, remote unmoderated is you might have seen many people just sharing the Google form as it is. So that is a remote unmoderated task that it can be very different. Like I just filled it without seeing because just my friend told ki fill the form. So that is not always the correct answer. Ki you got what you wanted. So that is remote and unmoderated. All the methods are important. Like each of them has their own importance. Then moving on next, like if you're asking a user, it is very easy that you figure out a problem, get a solution towards this, ask 100 users. But like when you're asking your users, when there is an actual learning happens when you're actually surprised ki, oh, this was the result. Like you are expecting that the result should be A, but if you get a B result, at that time you are conducting a perfect user test. Like always aim that what you hypothesized, there was a X type of difference that got from your user testing. So always try to get that type of results. Yeah. So just it was key. You should ask as much as questions as possible, and it's not always the intuitive thinking that helps you get into this. You should do your user research. Like it is a thumb rule that I have read in some of the books that do user research till the time you get an optimum or you're not surprised type things. Yeah. Then in most of the startups, there is a gap between UI, PM. Like in a startup, if you think there would be designer working, development guy working, an ML engineer working. So bridging the gap that a UI doesn't know that what is dev doing, a dev doesn't know that what is that marketing doing. So PM is a gap that bridges between all the three people. Like he tells and communicates with each and everyone ki what is this happening, you have to do this next. He's the product owner in general. So moving on next is some of the technical aspects of a product manager. So this is very important for each and everyone. If you are into a tech college, if you are into SD or anything, you should know a basic architecture that how a website or how anything works. So there are three types of layer: a presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. Presentation layer is just the UI that you see. Application layer is what is happening in the UI. And database layer is what is getting stored when you are doing an X input. So these three types of layer, it happens in any web page. Like Amazon, you can see the products. Application is when you click on the product, you can buy it. Databases, your orders get stored in this. So this is a three-tier architecture. Then these are the tech stacks that you should remember. Like there are many applications nowadays. So as a technical product manager, if you are pursuing something, you should be clear with front end, back end, databases, and tooling. So front end is what you see happens. What is the back end? So back end happens at all these different websites, all these different languages. And databases are something that you get stored into, like where does your data get stored into? And tooling is just the things that make your work easier. So if this is a very nice website, Stackshare, if I want to see how is Netflix made, so you can go to Stackshare and you can see what is this front end made on, what is this back end made on, and it will give you a complete overview of any application that you want to analyze. So if you are analyzing any product, just do make sure that you are completing this step as well. Like it is very important for any technical website or any type of that product. In Meesho, if there is a marketplace of selling items. So yeah, just make sure that you do these things as well. So this is just an overview that I gave you for the session. Uh, just you can, yeah.
Yes. Kahaan, you can.
Yeah. So we have actually something new that we are doing for the first time. So drum rolls for that. We are this time thought that we wanted to make you feel like more inclusive, more of that. So we thought of launching the merge as well. Like if you are interested, you participated in the cohort and you wanted a memory. Like it's always like if we are going into any of the cohort or classes or anything, then you get a field association with the merge. So we thought of launching a merge this time, first exclusive, only for winter consulting participants. It is a consulting analytics club exclusive merge. We'll share the form in the Discord groups as well, Discord, and mail it to you all. But yeah, this is what we wanted to close you in this session. Like, if you have any opinion, suggestions, or anything, yeah, you can stay tuned. Yeah, like, I hope you like the design. Yeah, Mansi.
So this is the first time initiative that we all planned, and as Kahan mentioned, that something that you can associate yourself with since you are part of this course, and something that you can flex as well in your colleges and everyone. So it's curated, like the design and everything was kept in mind. So it's cool. It's like a proper, like we have in our colleges, the mode system. So we felt that you all must like it. So it's out. Today we'll send proper message and Google form for the same. It's just something that we wanted to reveal to all of you in person. So that is why we are doing it today in the session.
If any
And I hope
suggestions or
you
anything, yeah, you
do
can
let
tell
us.
us.
Yes, and this is the session that we are having tomorrow by Miss Swati Kumari. She is a very good product manager at Kahaan. She is an IT Roorkee alumnus. She'll be hosting a session tomorrow on the industry sessions series that we have. So last session last week we had had Aman Tomar Bhaiya, and this week we have Swati Kumari. She'll be briefing about strategy and product, everything in particular. So I expect all of you that you attend that session as well to gain an industry perspective to what we discussed today. So the reading materials remains the same. Last time we also discussed this thing. So business guide covers consulting, product, and SQL and everything. So product part of this week is also detailed in our business guide, and the practice cases are there in business casebook. So the link is already attached. You can refer to it for your preparation. And yes, now the floor is open to questions.
Yeah, Anshul. Yeah,
The
all the
impact
resources.
was, uh, acha, I'm
Okay,
starting from
continue,
Amshul's
continue.
question. So impact was
Ye-
on the y-axis and effort was on the x-axis. The slides will be shared.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of my doubts. Another doubt, a little technical away from the session. I am not able to open the website. Is it down, that consulting web page? I tried
No, no,
opening it multiple times.
it is open.
All right, I'll check it out
Did
again. Thank you.
yeah, matlab, I can check it out in front of you as well. I guess it's open. Matlab, do any other participants is facing the same issue? Right. I guess it's visible. We have been checking it.
Thank you.
Okay.
I have
Yeah,
reshared
matlab,
the link. You can, yeah.
if you face any issue, look, I'll click if it's there, right? There. Anshu, see. You're not able to see
Okay.
this page. I
All right. Maybe it's my Wi-Fi is like maybe my on my Wi-Fi it's not working. It's a college Wi-Fi,
It's
so I'll
totally
just
fine. Yeah, it's working. And the assignment link is also here on the website.
right. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. Can you address Devansh's question?
Can we get some design related resources for integration? Yeah, in the next week, we would be adding some of the system design resources as well. And use case as a product perspective and product perspective system design resources would be shared in the next week. So
Also,
yeah, you can
Devansh,
get.
adding on to what Kahan said, system design के resources are there in our business guide as well. So technical part पे हमने इस बार system design भी cover किया है. So as in the link, if you can see here, this guide has proper. I'll show you.
Yeah, if possible, just show him in that.
Just showing a second. If you can see here, Devansh, you can get the theory here. The technical part is also covered. So this business guide contains the theory of everything that you need for product preparation. So from
This is
introduction to
in depth.
product management. So it covers various resources that you can refer. So we have like compiled various resources to get this resource for you all. Yeah, the guide I shared. Just a second. Aman sir's ka PPT session was there in the announcement Webinar. I'll share it once again. No issues. It's there in the
I'll
announcement
share
and
it,
it's
Pranjal.
even
Yeah.
there. You share it again, Kahan, here itself. Okay, Satya, yeah. So it's fine if you joined it right now. It's not that late. We have covered 2 weeks as of now. We have 4 weeks for Pinter Consulting. So उसमें से first 2 week, the consulting week and product week are over. If you want to have a summary, so like summary में consulting week का there's a study resources corner में today only like a girl posted proper notes for the week 1 and week 2 में आज जितना we have covered now that is pretty much good for you to at least have an overview of what was done and you can attempt the assignment on today's like basis for that. You have time till Monday as well. So try completing jitna us time tak ho paye, give your assignment and you can move on. Like you can cover up whenever you get time. It's only 2 to 3 hours a day ka content that we have kept in mind. So if you get spare time, try covering pehle wale topics and videos. It will be there on the website only. Is it fine? Do you want any other elaboration? वीक वन का समरी वी हैड लास्ट टाइम लाइक सिमिलर डाउट सेशन लास्ट टाइम भी तो उसको भी यू कैन रेफर फॉर समरी एंड स्टडी रिसोर्सेज कॉर्नर है इन द डिस्कॉर्ड में एक स्टडी रिसोर्सेज कॉर्नर है उसने टुडे ओनली लाइक ऑल वेरी काइंडली पोस्टेड काफी अच्छे से उसने नोट्स बनाए हैं तो यू कैन रिफर टू हर नोट्स एज वेल एंड इवन इफ यू हैव मेड नोट्स गाइस डू post it on the group like post it on the study resources corner that will help other participants as well. Yeah. Ravichand, you mentioned about some of the things that PM looks over seems to overlap with the things of consultant looks at when figuring out the current state of the company. Do the consultants and PM roles often interact? Like they do kind of overlap, but not very actively. Like PM roles is something like you PM is थोड़ा सा different in terms of like implementation part. As a consultant, you give advices, but as a PM, you actually work on the ground and implement the solutions that you advise. And this question is a very good question that you can ask tomorrow. Like tomorrow, we have an industry speaker session, so she will be the right person to actually tell you this. Oh yeah, Kahan guide का link did you share? I
Just a
guess
second.
नहीं
Yeah, I'm
डाला
sharing.
है.
I'm sharing.
हाँ. No, Rajaram, it will not impact. Like week one, जो भी grading system that we are following is like चारों week का assignment is there, week one, week two, week three, and week four, and plus we have a capstone project, and we'll try to have one more makeup assignment as well for you all. Makeup and learning assignment in week three's end mostly. So it will not hamper if you miss week one, so you can cover with the makeup assignment and capstone project का majority weightage रहेगा because that is something that we know कि तुमने implement करा है. Quizzes is something जो तुम backend से दे रहे हो. But capstone project में you'll have to make a proper solution in place. So don't
It
worry
would
if
be
you
a
miss
industry
week
level
one.
project. Yeah. Even if you complete a capstone, it would be a very good industry project. Like it would add an immense value to your CVs as well.
Assignment started from today only. So आज 12 at 12 o'clock it got posted. It's there on Discord. We have also sent a mail and it's also there on the course dashboard. See, here is the link. You can directly attempt assignment from here. Cool. Any other doubts that you have? Any other thing that you want to talk to us about? Any feedback or suggestion that you want to give us that we can improve on for the upcoming weeks? It will be really like great if you have anything to share. Are you enjoying the course? Is the course meaning has the course been meaningful to all of you till today? You
Capstones would be individual projects, Sumit. We would be sharing after whole course ends. Thank you, Durgesh. Thank you, Gaurav.
thank you everyone. We really hope like if we deliver, like we'll be ensure that we deliver such up to the mark content and you actually came in the end of the 4 weeks on Capstone, you actually have something that you did very meaningfully the entire winter vacations if you have. Okay, Rajaram. Like we kind of have a blend of videos and reading materials. So everybody will ensure that
Okay, from
if
next
video content is
onwards, we'll
something,
ensure. Yeah. Each and like what we have thought of key for each topic, there is a video and documentation both. So it's optional that whichever you want to learn. It's just getting the concept right. Like some
ठीक है
people are
but like
comfortable
if you
with, yeah. From next
but
week onwards, we
anyways
will
ऐसा
look.
करेंगे हाँ we'll ensure कि you have a proper like half thing मतलब ऐसा रहेगा कि इनकेस अगर तुम रीड नहीं करना चाहते हो तो we'll enjoy के videos हो उसके जितने हमें मिल पाए possibly and mind maps and video lectures or stuff like that. Like week one, we'll like as in like what mind maps do you require? This abhi session where we had a proper mind map sort of for the week two. You need more of that, so we'll include that for the next week. The
Sure, sure.
addressing your doubt. Yes, Rajaram, we have been doing it constantly, but yeah, largely like we have sent the mail for this session, and for tomorrow's session we'll send it by tonight. And Discord bits, it gets actively posted. So I request all of you that if you're not here on Discord yet, please do join Discord because Discord where we post it formally every update that we have. And on Instagram channel of CNA as well. If sessions are there, तो वो Instagram पे भी post होता है.
And
In,
just a sec.
yeah. Anything else that you and I hope like आज का session gave you
Guys,
a
yeah,
brief
one more thing
overview.
that we have some coupons like that you can use for preparing for your interviews or resumes or anything. We have onboarded Geeks for Geeks as our partner for that. So there is a platform named Geek Connect. You can use a we you can there is a 30 rupee coupon. You can buy anything for 30 rupees. I'll just share you in the link. So it would be very helpful if you are preparing for any interviews, want to ask any industry person. There are many persons listed in Geeks for Geeks. Uh, can you just share that thing? I'll just brief
We'll
them what
send
is
it
it.
on Discord only. I will send it on Discord, and plus it's like an exclusive thing that you get participant. So GFG is offering free coupons to every winter consulting participant. So you guys have a limit of 30 rupees, and usme you can book a session with like it's a minute to minute charge. So like 5 minutes they charge around 5 to 10 rupees, something like that. So you can book a 6 to 7 minutes ka session usme, and plus even if you want more coupons, we'll also give it if you want that.
Yeah.
So that is completely fine by us. But if you want to talk to an industry speaker one on one, so GFG Connect pay you can we'll share the coupons on the Discord and mail both ways. Yep, I guess we have no questions now, and I hope you all enjoy. Have a good weekend, guys, and do attempt assignment two actively. Yep, it was great interacting. Hope you all have a nice day today. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.